What's up, y'all, and welcome back to Delusions, a RuPaul's Drag Race recap podcast where we fill our French vanilla fantasy and we give our delusional opinions. And on today's agenda is episode 14, Booked and Blessed. The queens have to write stories about their lives, pose for a cover shoot, and be interviewed by Matt Rodgers. All right, so let's get into this thing. Let's move into the podcast.
Delusion. Convince yourself.
Welcome to Delusions, a podcast where you can feel your oats, let down your hair, and be gone with the wind fabulous. And most importantly, feel your French vanilla fantasy while recapping RuPaul's Drag Race. Grab your order and let's get started, Henny.
They want to see you go, oh!
Bitch, I'm the cure for your drag delusion.
So Delusions, what are you guys delusional about today? Today, I'm not feeling any delusions, but I have delusions for other people. Okay, so, I'm single and things, and, I be on the apps, several. Just checking my options. And it's this one particular dude that's always on every single app I'm on. When I say on every single one, I mean like on every single one. And he claimed he don't be doing nothing. Why are you on like 5, 6 different apps and talk about something you ain't doing nothing? That's delusional to me. Like, why are you wasting people's time? Are you on there just running your mouth? Like, what's going on? Are you giving up the ass or what? If you're not giving up the ass, get the fuck off the app. That's what I have to say, okay? That's some delusions for them. Maybe it's delusional for me to even be thinking that way, but it's whatever. All right, so let's start rotating our wigs. This is part of the podcast where we recap last week's results in the salon while we get our wigs rotated. I feel like I want to have on a sickening bob. I feel like I want to have on a Kelly Rowland bob. So therefore, I'm going to get my bob installed and we're going to talk about last week's results. So last week was the makeover challenge, which was one of my favorite challenges of this season. The winner was Plain Jane. The bottom two was Saphira and Morphine. And they lip synced to Miss Me More, and Morphine got eliminated. Now, I've been watching some review channels. I've been seeing some things online. The girls was like, Morphine wanted the lip sync. Maybe Saphira should have went home. Then some rude girls was like, Morphine should have never been in the bottom. Unfortunately, this is one of those challenges where it's kind of like everybody was doing so good, but Saphira. So it's kind of like, what do we do? How do we scale these results? Somebody got to go home. All right, let's move into this episode. Hit it, DJ Holiday.
Mic check, it's the first thing on my mind, ain't even at a bid yet. Versace sheets covered in Joe Malone. I need a hit to get me up with it, I never feel alone. Figurucci and Poochie to settle my nerves. I keep this coochie and Gucci to handle my curves. I got an itch, it's a bitch, and it can't be scratched. Joseph or Kim Jones in another batch of that. Louis V reigns supreme like a motherfucker. LL Bean, you can keep, bitch, I got a product. Carl, Chanel, and Fendi, Menage, a twat, a dream team. McCourtney, a Bornese, about to drop some cheddar. Acne and Marnie, but take it even then. I've been to Betty for about a dozen times, but I ain't doing cocaine, I'm doing fashion lines. What? You don't know? I gotta fashion. I gotta fashion. I gotta fashion. She gotta have it.
All right, so let's get into the mini challenge. RuPaul comes in and announces the girls will be lip syncing underwater. At first, I was like, bitch, what the fuck is going on? What you mean lip syncing underwater? Are they going to do like that little tank thing they did for season 5 when all the girls just got dumped in the tank and they got a lip sync like that? I was like, huh? What? But no, they didn't do that. They basically just stuck their head in some water and was lip syncing to one of RuPaul's songs. This was one of my favorite mini challenges. It was so funny to me. It was so funny. The girls like lip syncing underwater and Saphira wins. To me, this was a mini challenge that Saphira deserved. She was so fucking funny with those titties, her facial expressions, how she was dipping her head in and out the water. It was funny. Nifia was funny as well. Cute and plain. But this is one of my favorite mini challenges. I want them to do something else like this. It was so funny and it was so cute. So then RuPaul announces the girls are going to be writing their own memoirs like he had did with the House of Hidden Meanings. And they will have to pose. And then they're going to be interviewed by Matt Rodgers. Matt Rodgers has been a guest judge on the show before, and he has his own podcast. I'm happy they decided to switch it up and have somebody else come do the podcast instead of RuPaul and Michelle being there, because honestly, you know, it got kind of stale. RuPaul and Michelle at the podcast asking the same questions every season and things of that nature. Like, it's almost giving another what you packing. And it's kind of like, So I'm glad they changed that shit up and had Matt come in and do his thing. But let's get into the Maxi Challenge. So my top 2 of the Maxi Challenge was Sapphira and Nymphia. So Nymphia was having a panic attack. She was like, oh my God, this is another writing challenge. I can't do this. Girl, I don't know what to do. I'm not good at this shit. But she turned out to be the best in the Maxi Challenge. And then right behind her was Sapphira. So Nymphia had Breaking Wind, The Art of Letting Go, and Sapphira had Slewfoot, Embracing All of Me. These are my top 2 favorite, and during the podcast, they were my favorite as well. Nymphia dove into a lot of her insecurities. She felt like, since she don't look like a white man, she got insecurities and she don't think she's beautiful or pretty as a boy. I guess the white man was a beauty standard. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, I know sometimes white women with the beauty standard, but a white man, honestly, I think all races are beautiful. No matter who set the beauty standard or what they're basing it off of, I believe every race is beautiful, and I believe a lot of people out of America are they have some of the most unique, beautiful features that I'm not used to seeing. So therefore, to me, it's kind of like, wow, oh my God, these people are beautiful. And I used to watch American Next Top Model growing up, and they didn't like a traditional beauty. They liked the people like with high cheekbones or weird spaced out eyes, some gap teeth, masculine features on females, a very, very, very pretty dude or something like that. And I love that about Top Model. They embrace features that make people look a little bit more editorial and not just plain Jane walking down the street. So I loved everything Sapphira did in the podcast and during this challenge. And she also had the best look of the Maxi Challenge for me. And I will say, this is my first time I've seen RuPaul really going in and helping the girls. He was touching them. He was directing them. Mama was like, oh my God, RuPaul. I felt like RuPaul, a name was attached to their memoirs. And RuPaul was like, bitch, if we finna put this in the world, this is going to be something extraordinary, okay? And I just love everything Ru did. This is one of my favorite challenges that RuPaul has directed himself, because that bitch was going off. Sapphira, I loved as well. She talked about the reason why she is Slewfoot. That's because she got something going on with the hip that causes her legs to go out and walk like that. And she said she's being made fun of, and it's something that she always felt insecure about. And Drag Race love it. They said, bitch, you're Slewfooted. We like that shit. And that's one thing I love about RuPaul. RuPaul likes to embrace things that the girls are very insecure or not proud of. And I love when Drag Race and RuPaul do that kind of stuff. So let's move on to the runway. And it's called Looking Good and Feeling What? Gorgeous.
Stroll down the runway, another payday, cover of magazines. And when they see me, they wanna be me. I am the fantasy.
This is part of the podcast where the queens feel their delusional French vanilla fantasies. The girls will receive lattes based off their looks. Whipped cream if it is everything. Espresso if it is safe. And not filled means bottom. Get the fuck out of my motherfucking store, bitch. Don't ever come back. And the category is Fandango. This is the first time I think Drag Race have did a category like this. And I was kind of like, Fandango, what's going on? I love to sleep with a fan, y'all. I don't care if it's fucking 20 degrees outside, okay? I'm sleeping with a motherfucking fan. So let's get into the runway. In no particular order, first up is Nymphia Wynn. Nymphia is going to get... Nymphia is going to get 3 espresso shots for me. She looked good. The makeup was good. The hair was good. What she had on was very detailed and very cute. And I love that she had fans on her nails. The only downfall was, like Michelle said, the Marie Antoinette look. Like, we've seen this 1,000 times on Drag Race. We gotta don't want to see it anymore. Okay? We don't want to see it anymore. But she put her own Asian spin on it. And that's what I loved. And I liked that she didn't have on yellow. Kudos for Nymphia. She gets 3 shots of espresso. Next up, we have Saphira. Saphira's gonna get whipped cream for me. Mama did the damn thing. Okay, honey. She had her African tribal on. That makeup was stamped, bitch. That makeup looked like she had on that little face makeup mask that I seen her peeling off on Twitter. She looked like she had that on in this challenge. It was beautiful. That face was stamped. I love that fucking hair. I like what she had on. I like the reveal of it all. Saphira has had giant drag this entire season. Like, how did she pack all this shit? And they asked her that at Roscoe's, and she said, bitch, it's a secret. I ain't telling y'all hoes how I packed all this motherfucking shit. Whipped cream for me. Next up, we have Plain Jane. Plain Jane looked beautiful. It's giving espresso. She looks safe. I liked her boobs, actually. Her breastplate looked kind of real. I was kind of like, okay, I like that. The makeup was always pretty. The hair is nice. The ensemble was giving me Grecian god of it all. She looked like she belonged in All Stars 3 promo. Somebody edit her in that All Stars 3 promo, okay? She like she belonged on that cast in this outfit, but she looked nice. So she's gonna get some espresso shots for me. Last up on the runway is Q. And Q, I can appreciate the wig, but the outfit it's a little too simple for me. So she's gonna have to get escorted out of the store. Her latte is not being filled. She got kicked out of the line. She's not allowed to come back. It was just giving a little too simple, and it's giving almost little girl vibes for some reason with that little tutu dress or whatever. But it was detailed. I just didn't like it compared to the lineup. Only because compared up to the lineup. If it was some other people that was being horrible in this runway, then maybe I would have liked it. But unfortunately, I don't. All right, let's get into the deliberation of it all. The top queen of the week was Nymphia. The bottom queens were Q and Plain Jane. Do you guys agree with the tops? And do you guys agree with the bottoms? I said tops like it was more than one. Do you guys agree with Nymphia winning the challenge? I agree. She did the best to me. And I think she won because she showed a lot more emotions than she showed throughout the competition. Do you guys agree with Q and Plain being in the bottom? Yes, I agree. And they lip sync to Better Be Good to Me by Tina Turner. Now, I didn't like this. I didn't like the song. I like Tina Turner, but this is not one of my favorite tracks by her. But I will say Plain Jane, I liked her take on the lip sync for me. She was so funny. She was doing the titty bounce, and RuPaul loves the titty bounce, bitch. Just bounce your titties, RuPaul gonna laugh. She was doing that, and I felt like she was embodying the song, actually. I was like, okay, Plain Jane is like, she know the words. Like, she is feeling the words. She's not just up the mouthing. Like, she is really feeling the words. And Q just looked like she was on stage being a filler. I mean, but she tried. It wasn't like an awful take. I think Plain Jane kind of edged her out. But Plain Jane wins the lip sync. And unfortunately, RuPaul announces. And don't forget that this is the final four, y'all. The semifinals. RuPaul announces that Q, bitch, you're out. You're gone. You're eliminated. Goodbye. You're not in the competition no more. You're not competing for the motherfucking crown. You're eliminated. And I was like, oh my God. Like, these last few years, RuPaul be pretending like it's going to be a top 3, but then it's always a top 4. Like, nobody usually goes home on the semi-final episode. I was like, oh my God. She eliminated Q for real. Damn. I know that gotta hurt. Right before the finale, like, ouch. So in closing, what do you guys think about the episode? And we have our final top 3. And we have our top 3 that's in the running for the crown. Nymphia, Saphira, and Plain Jane. Who are you guys rooting for? So I see Saphira winning. I see Plain Jane like right behind Saphira, but I think Nymphia might be a sneak attack. So depending on how she lips, because we haven't seen her like lip sync for her legacy or life throughout the season. So if she lip sync for that crown and turn it the fuck out, I think she might be like runner up or snatch the crown. But right now at this moment, I see Saphira winning. Next week is the lip sync Lollapalooza. RuPaul done put a spin on season 16. All the eliminated girls are coming back to participate, and the winner will receive $500,000. Who are you guys rooting for in this lip sync Lollapalooza? I'm rooting for Mirage, Maya Iman LePage, and Morphine. All 3 of them, I want to see them turn it the fuck out. So let's remove our shot from a latte. Our cup is empty. You guys can follow me on the links above. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Check out Untucked at the Dark on the podcast. Check out my website. The visuals are also on Spotify. UK versus the World Series 2 has wrapped. Shout out to Tia Coffee for winning the crown. I'm glad that shit is over with. I don't have to record another video and edit. Y'all, this shit is too fucking much. I wish I could do more, but doing video and editing this shit is a lot. Okay, when I was just doing audio on the other podcast I was a part of, I was only editing audio. It was very much easy. You know, if we wanted to, we could record like 5 things in a week, and it was easy to edit. But this video shit, bitch, it be taking a long time. Take a long time to edit. It take a long time to upload. Just a long time period. Like, it's so annoying. So I'm glad that's over with, and I can just continue with season 16. So yeah, follow me on social media. Check out all the things that I'm doing. And I'll see you guys next week for the Lollapalooza. Toodles.